Thank
So
you.
it's my pleasure right now to introduce Erin DeMarines, and we have the same last name because she's my daughter, and I'm so proud of her and what she's done. In fact, she's the reason that I'm vegan. She bought a book for my husband and I, The China Study by Colin Campbell, and we read that and we became vegans immediately. Um, Erin's going to do a cooking segment. She is a chef for Bloom TV in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, and so does cooking shows for them so often. And she's going to do one for us tonight. So, Erin, let me just turn it over to you. And thank you so much for all the work you do in promoting veganism in Florida and nationally. I know you've been interviewing people for the Climate Diet podcast. Thank you for that as well. And can everybody see Erin? Erin, can you take over the screen? John Thomas seems to be name is covering mine. Mac, I don't know if you can help with this. There we go. Can everybody see Erin now? I can see you on my screen. So let's hope. Welcome, Erin.
Hi, so great to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the great introduction. Just before I forget, this is my product, the Good Mood Foods. They are protein bites, and they are 100% organic, vegan, soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the frees. They're also certified kosher now, and they are also contain organic adaptogens, ashwagandha and maca. And if you're not familiar with those, adaptogens are plants like and roots and mushrooms, reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, the list goes on. And these things that grew in the wild had to adapt. That's why they are adaptogens to our environment, and they survived all these years. So adaptogens are really important because they help with sleep, anxiety, stress, mood, and energy. And they are in my bites. And you'll now that I've said them, you might hear them, or if you're not familiar with them, you'll start to hear that now because they're big buzzwords in the nutritional space right now. What I'm going to prepare, since we are very limited on time, I already chopped up all the vegetables. I know you can't really see, but I'll try to hold it up. So once a day, I try to get a really big salad, right? And I know in some parts of the country right now, it's a lot colder than it is here in Florida, although we've had a lot of cold weather. But if you can just plan one meal, very whole food, plant-based a day, and try to get that diversity in your plants, you're going to be better off at feeding your own gut microbiome, which is our first line of defense in our immune system, right? So it's very important that we feed that gut. And so what I like to do is show really quickly what I've put together because it's so nutrient dense. It has over 30 grams of protein and it's a salad. But you can swap out some of the ingredients if you don't like what I've chosen. But I have basically the base is spinach, massaged kale, and arugula. And then I always squeeze fresh lemon juice on top of my greens because that helps the iron absorb, and that's important. The non-heme iron, right? So this is the healthy iron. So once the lemon juice is on, then I just started adding a bunch of ingredients, and it's just easy if you do some of the prep ahead of time. I got cruciferous vegetables, broccoli and carrots. Broccoli has more protein per calorie than meat. Mushrooms, again, another powerhouse, right? With protein, fiber, all of that. So that's what John was talking about is the some of the meat that people are eating. Yeah, it contains protein, but guess what? It lacks fiber. It lacks nutrients. It has high cholesterol. If you switch over to plant protein and like lentils and tempeh and tofu, you're going to get protein, enough protein, but you're also getting these amazing nutrients, fiber and uh, phytoestrogens, things that help fight cancer. That's what's in soy. Soy got such a bad rap. I know Dr. O'Shea had talked about that, and it's very important. All right, so next I have chopped up some beets. Beets are great for athletes, right? Because for anybody, but there's a lot of athletes that use beets because it helps with athletic performance. I mean, like you could go stronger, harder, and stronger for longer, and these are important things and cabbage, red cabbage. So those are the two ingredients. I really feel like every ingredient should have a purpose, right? Should have a color. It should be purposeful. I got some yellow peppers. Peppers are really good and high in antioxidants. I have some broccoli sprouts. Just going to sprinkle those on there. Broccoli sprouts are a plethora of nutrient dense nutrients. And then we've got some walnuts, another great additive because walnuts are the highest in omega-3s, very important for preventing and lowering cholesterol. Pumpkin seeds, another source of protein. Hemp hearts. If you're not familiar with hemp hearts, get familiar with them because 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts has over 10 grams of protein and 11 grams of fiber. Another powerhouse, building those muscles, what we need as we age. And they also really don't have much flavor, so it wouldn't really change whatever you're cooking. And then we've got some nutritional yeast, again, high in protein and also high in B12, which some vegans can be low in B12. And it gives a little bit of a cheesy flavor. Sometimes I put it on popcorn, but when I put it in a salad, you don't really even taste it, but it gives it a little kind of creaminess. And then avocado, always good for you fats, just a little bit on your salad. A few dates for a little sweetness. And then my protein powerhouse, which is lentils. Lentils has over 8 grams of protein. So that is a substantial amount of protein in a salad, right? But again, if you're up north and you are in a cold climate and you don't really want to eat a cold salad, then saute some vegetables and add it to it. You can do whatever you want. This is just what kind of I like to do because it gives me a ton of protein, but also great nutrients, very and very tasty. And then the dressing, that's the easy part. If you ever not, have you ever cooked with, or not cooked with, but ever had tahini? Tahini again is just ground up sesame seeds. So again, high in protein. And so you just squeeze that on there on your, you can do it right on your salad. Now they have so many squeezable ones, right? Just squeeze a drizzle on top of my salad. And then to give the salad a little bit more mixture, I guess mixturability, if that's a word, white balsamic vinegar. I like it better than red balsamic. And then a little splash of maple syrup, which is very rich in polyphenols. Again, good for the health of our gut microbiome. And that's it. Mix it up. You've got a over 30-gram protein packed, nutrient dense salad that is good for your gut health, tastes delicious. It's so colorful. It's pretty. It's what I make every day. And that's the one meal I don't ever really kind of change because it's so nutrient dense. I want to make sure I feed that gut microbiome every single day. If anybody has any questions for me on nutrition or about any of the ingredients I used or substitutes that you want, just put it in the chat and we can answer those at the end. So thank you guys for having me. I'm going to eat this delicious salad for dinner. And thank you again for being here with us today.
Oh, Erin, I just want to add that the new bites called Island Energy. We've been staring out the door at snow up here in the Washington, D.C. area. So I have been eating my bites and thinking about being on an island and not in the snow up here, but they are absolutely delicious.
Yes, almond butter, dark chocolate, and coconut, and a little sea salt. So good.
They are absolutely delicious. And that salad, I wish I had it right now too. So thanks so much for being here and sharing us. Do you have any, for one serving of your salad, do you have any sort of approximation of how many calories?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't know exactly how many calories. I focus more on the nutrients and I focus more on how much protein it is. And it's probably pretty, I would say it's pretty low in calories because it's mostly vegetables, right? And a little
Right.
tiny bit of date and a little bit of avocado. So you're not looking at, and it's like a sprinkle of nuts, right? I mean, you have to be careful when you are looking at a salad where you're adding protein because if you are trying to maintain weight or lose weight, then you obviously want to not add too much of something that's higher in fat and calories like a walnut. But walnuts are so good for you, so include a sprinkle of it. Just measure it out, and that's a lot of times what I'll do is I'll use small little serving dishes so that way I can just sort of eyeball when I'm putting on my salad because I could put a lot of calories on it.
Yummy. Thank you so much for sharing that and for showing an easy way to have great nutrition, plant-based nutrition.